Yeah, you're live.
Okay, Yaroslav, thank you for the time today. And my first question for you is, you faced some very tough competition already in Bellator on your way to 24-0, fought guys like Ed Ruth and David Rickles. How do you compare Logan Storley to them?
Что я думаю, да? Как ты сравниваешь Логан Столли с теми соперниками, которыми ты уже бился здесь в Bellator? Hello. I think it's a good fighter, yes. I think all fighter Bellator is good fighters, but this opponent have good wrestling, but I think my wrestling don't на русском скажу. Я считаю, что каждый соперник — это тяжелый соперник, и под каждого нужно готовиться по-своему. Логан Сторли — это хороший парень, который имеет хорошую борьбу, и да, я встречался с, наверное, похожими борцами, так как уже назвали Эд Руд, хотя по званиям у него выше звания по борьбе, но все же борьба и борьба в ММА — это разные вещи. Но я готов к любой борьбе и готов вообще выходить и драться.
I think every opponent I've had in Bellator was tough. I had to prepare for every one of them in a particular way. As you mentioned, I have fought wrestlers like Ed Ruth, and even though on paper Ed Ruth actually has more accolades than Logan Storley, but you know, everybody's different, and Logan is a different wrestler and a different fighter. But MMA wrestling and freestyle wrestling aren't the same thing, and he feels like his MMA wrestling is on par with anybody, and he can hang with anybody. So he's prepared for the fight, and he's looking forward to it.
And Mr. Amosov, one more thing for you. You've got a record that's incomparable right now in Bellator, and it doesn't seem like there's that many more things out there for you other than a world title shot. So would you like Douglas Lima next with a win?
I want now I think only this fight, and after this fight I talked to my manager, I talked to organization Bellator. Yes, of course, I want the fighting title, but now I think only this fight.
All right, thank you very much. Best of luck Thursday.
Matthew?
Hey, Yaroslav, my question is to you. After seeing Douglas Lima fight, I think it was about last weekend or 2 weekends ago, how do you think you stylistically match up against a guy like him if you were to get a win over Logan Storley?
Как Лима бился пару недель назад, ты видел его бой, и как ты думаешь, твой стиль сравнивается с его, ну, если вы друг другом бились? My style, it's MMA style. I like and wrestling and striking. I think Douglas Lima like only striking, wrestling better. But we know Douglas Lima, if he have fight, he every time ready. Anything opponent. If he have opponent in wrestling, he train every time wrestling. He good defense. But if I have fight in Douglas Lima, I'm ready.
And my last question is for you, man. What is your biggest attribute as a fighter? Out of all the attributes that you have right now, what is your biggest attribute?
Твое самое хорошее качество как боец. Из всех твоих качеств, которое самое хорошее. I don't know, maybe I like my opponent. I train every time and me like this. It's my hobby and my work.
All right, we'll go to Giancarlo.
Hi, Yaroslav. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since we've seen you fight in the Bellator cage. During this pandemic and everything going on, was there maybe a hobby you picked up in the meantime while you were out of action?
Мое хобби.
Ну, во время вот этого, ну, сейчас времени, что была пандемия и корона, ты, может, какое-то новое хобби нашел?
Кроме какого?
Кроме какого у тебя, наверное, есть, не знаю.
Yes, this time I have new hobby. It's moto. Every time I have moto, but now I have moto stunt riding. Me like stunt riding. I like training this style and stunt riding. It's my hobby. I think it's that's it. Yes.
That's good. And final one for me, with the way the welterweight division is stacked up, and even going back to that welterweight Grand Prix, you were one of the final 8 in that tournament. Do you feel like maybe people are overlooking you in this division?
170 килограмм дивизию имеет много хороших бойцов. Ты думаешь, что тебя как бы не смотрят, как бы ну, через тебя смотрят, как бы не замечают тебя в этой дивизии, или ты думаешь, что замечают?
It doesn't matter for me if this guy think. Если эти бойцы думают, что можно меня не замечать, это ихнее дело. Моя работа драться, и мне будут давать оппонентов, я буду с ними драться. А то, что они думают, это уже думают они.
He said, well, if I'm being overlooked by whoever or my opponents, that's really not my problem. I'm a fighter. My job is to fight. You know, I'm going to get an opponent and I'm going to fight him, and how they feel is not my concern.
Donna?
Hi, how's it going? When it comes to Logan Storley, he's obviously this decorated wrestler. He's one of the best pure wrestlers maybe in Bellator altogether. Is the plan to counteract that, to stand, to keep your distance and get in, get your shots and get out, or are you happy to test your grappling against him?
Logan Storley один из как бы борцов, который остались борцами, ну, как, знаешь, я начал биться, стенки, а Логан Столли очень сильно на свою борьбу полагается во время боя. А твой план бороться с ним и как бы проверить твои качества как боец, или ты будешь больше как бы дистанцию держать и стойко пытаться иметь бой?
Это все будет видно в бою. Но также я могу сказать, он остался таким борцом. Но я не видел, чтобы его оппоненты были с хорошей борьбой. Если спортсмен больше бьется, то его нужно бороть. И я считаю, что у него в основном были все бойцы, которые ударного стиля, поэтому у него так хорошо получалось их бороть. Но я рассчитываю эту ситуацию поменять.
He said, well, keep one thing in mind, you know, Logan Storley is a great wrestler, but so far he hasn't fought anyone who has any wrestling. Most of his opponents were more of a stand-up guy, so yeah, it's easy to look good. Now he's going to fight somebody that also has wrestling. And I think we're going to change that, you know, dominant wrestling kind of thought that everybody has about him in this fight.
And the last one from me, looking at your last fight, of course, it didn't end, you know, during the round. It ends with the doctor's stoppage. Can you talk me through how you felt that night and how keen you were to get back in the cage and be able to you know, get a full fight in without the doctor coming in and stopping it?
Твой последний бой доктор остановил. Результат может немножко разочаровывать иногда бойцов, потому что они у них считают, что они хотели бы как бы сами закончить бой. Скажи, как ты об этом чувствуешь и насколько ты готов, как говорится, прийти в этот бой уже и решить результат боя сам?
Самое главное то, что поставленная задача была выполнена, и я победил. И то, что остановил доктор, это же он остановил не просто так, он остановил по той причине, потому что я сделал рассечение. И я не расстроился.
He said, well, the goal of my last fight, just like in any fight, was to win, which I accomplished. And as far as doctor stoppage and being disappointed, I mean, the doctor didn't stop the fight for no reason. He stopped the fight because of the damage that I did to my opponent. So I'm not disappointed in that at all. I came to do damage, I did, and the fight was over and I won. So that's all that matters.
Let's go to Philippe.
Yaroslav, thank you for the time. We often mention all the wrestling credential of your opponent, but people forget that you're a three-time Sambo world champion. Would you say that Sambo gave you an advantage because you are better in transition at MMA than they are, because you've been wrestling and striking for a long time compared to them that just only wrestle for so long?
Mm-hmm. Очень часто журналисты говорят о качестве твоего соперника и его рестлинг, но очень много забывают, что ты трехкратный чемпион мира по комбат самбо, и ты считаешь, что твоя подготовка в самбо тебе больше подготовила к ММА, потому что там ты не только борешься, ты еще и можешь ударные проводить технику, чем Логан Стерлинг, который просто боролся.
Yes, of course, it's better for me because and striking and grappling but I win 4 times in world in combat sambo, and it's wrestling, no problem, striking, no problem. I'm ready, and after combat sambo, a correction in MMA because I fighting no gi, but combat sambo it's MMA, but you fighting gi, and I training a long time.
And just for me to finish, do you plan to stay at American Top Team for the rest of for next year to train also at American Top Team?
Тебе нравится ADT и есть какими планами поменяться?
Oh, now I train American Top Team. I like thank you this gym because a good feeling in American Top Team. American Top Team helped me.
All right, we'll go to Jim Barcelona.
Okay, thank you. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. Hey, I'm curious, does this fight mean a little more to the training centers, especially because of the South Florida connection? It's an American Top Team fighter against a Sanford MMA fighter?
Его вопрос.
Они конкуренты, я говорю.
Да как вы оба клуба в северной, то есть в Южной Флориде, это, как бы, что-нибудь значит больше, как бы, там, 2 клуба, которые очень близко друг от друга, и вот вы двое бьетесь. Чей клуб лучше?
Doesn't matter for me. I don't know what think Logan, but it doesn't matter for me. I have fight, it's work.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Simon.
Hey Yaroslav, how's it going today? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm good feeling. Thank you.
All right, cool. So I have 2 for you here. How does it feel knowing that you're representing the country of Ukraine on one of the biggest stages in the world?
Как ты себя чувствуешь, что ты представляешь Украину на мировом?
We like it's good. It's I'm happy because all people in Ukraine look for me, and I have fun. I like this.
And the last one I have for you here: does a win over Storley rank upon your top 5 at all?
Если ты побьешь Шторли, это победа будет в топ-5 твоих побед, топ-5?
I see after fight.
Santiago?
Hi Yaroslav, greetings from Amsterdam. You used to fight at middleweight as well. Is that still on your mind, or is your focus only on welterweight for now?
Now my focus only weight.
There is so much talent coming out of Ukraine like yourself, and of course there is Lomachenko and Usyk. Are you proud of what your country is doing right now in the world of combat sports?
Много хороших бойцов из Украины. И как бы гордишься своей страной, что она производит таких хороших бойцов, которые могут биться на мировой.
Yes, of course, we have a big star in sport, and it's very good. Yes.
Good luck on fight night, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, time for 2 more. Luis?
Hi. So you are an undefeated fighter who will fight another undefeated fighter. What gives you confidence to keep that loss count to 0 in this fight?
Ты хороший боец, он хороший боец, ты без поражений. Что тебе дает? Почему ты думаешь, что ты без поражения останешься после этого боя?
Because I win, and I think I'm better fighter, and I don't know. I'm better. I won't win, and that's it.
How did you feel the bubble for this fight?
Can you repeat that?
How do you feel the bubble, the bubble for this fight, the bubble for the COVID?
Как ты себя чувствуешь? Ну, вот тут COVID, мы же все как бы...
It's good place. I mean, like it's a good fighter office. How people work. Good place. Yes.
All right, our last question will go to Ben Allen.
Hi, Yaroslav. So 24-0, if I'm not mistaken, you currently have the longest undefeated record in the sport, apart from Khabib Nurmagomedov at 29-0, who looks like he's about to retire. What would it mean to you to overtake him and surpass his record?
Ты 24-0 без поражений. В данный момент это самый
Рекорд
самый
после Кhabиба.
Ну, Кhabиб сейчас, в принципе, уже... Что для тебя бы значило, если ты бы победил больше, чем он, ну, там, 30-0 стал, или 31-0, больше, чем Кhabиб, остался без поражений?
Of course, it's good, but now I think this fight, я не люблю загадывать наперед.
He doesn't like to think too far ahead. I mean, it'd be good to get to that level and be undefeated, but for now, it's just one fight.
Okay, so.
All right, thank you very much, Yaroslav. We'll be back shortly with Emmanuel Sanchez.